Thank you very much, Julia. Thank you to MIT. Thank you to TGEU for inviting me and for having this panel. I'm really privileged and excited to be here and to be able to share my experience. I'll start with a paragraph from my recently published autobiography that I wrote last summer, and it was a paragraph that I wrote because at the time I was so confused about my place in society. And after writing this paragraph, after reading it, I was like, oh my God, this is so powerful in my life, and I would love to share it with other people so that it can also become it can have a meaningful impact on somebody's life anywhere in the world who will give me the honor of reading my book. So the paragraph goes, I have been told many times by family, friends, colleagues, and strangers that I, a Black African Muslim trans refugee woman, that I'm outside the norms accepted by society, that my dreams are a reflection of my upbringing in a dissident, amoral society that has corrupted who I really am. But who am I really? Am I allowed to speak for myself? Or must my desires form the battleground for causes I don't care about? My answer to that is very simple. No one, and I repeat, no one, should presume to have the authority to allow anyone anything. By reflecting on that notion, I discovered that only I could give myself permission on how to live my life. Naysayers be damned. In the end, something gives way. The earth does not move, but something shifts. That shift is change. And what is change precisely? Change is the layman's lingo for that elusive state that lovers, dreamers, prophets, and politicians call freedom. And that is in essence because I found a lot of barriers coming either from my Somali, Muslim, African conservative society or from the European society which I was running to for asylum. So I was like, people were fighting for my rights, people were fighting for my cause, people were telling me what they wanted me to become. And I had to come to a point in my life where I wanted to fight that, and I wanted to prove to everybody, the European society that I relate to that is so racist and xenophobic, the conservative Somali community that I come from that is so transphobic, homophobic, whatever, I wanted to prove to them that we, if you're trans, if you're gay, if you're black, if you're white, whatever you are, nothing can stop you from going to your dreams. Nothing can stop you as long as you have the fuel to power yourself. And I left Kenya my family left Somalia when I was 3 years old, moved to Kenya. I discovered that I was different when I was 5. So I lived with fear because I come from a very conservative community, and my own mother, who loves me and educated me and gave me so many opportunities in life, would not accept who I am at the time. So I had to cage my emotions, and my first experience of me being myself was a 5-year-old Farah who was playing with girls at the playground in school, and my teacher had the nerve to call my mom and tell her, can you please speak to your son and tell him that what he's doing is not okay. And that's the first time I realized that me being myself was a problem. And from then on, I built a wall around myself, and I was literally overeating. I was killing myself with food. I was thinking of suicide, and I had to run away in 2012 just to be myself. But it wasn't easy as a Somali national to come to Europe, whereby it's easy travel is made to look like going to Mars. And it's only for the privileged European few or American few who can wake up in the morning and go to Sydney tomorrow if they want to. I had to go a 9-month journey, spend $12,000, see people being raped, imprisoned in Libya, 7 months in Libya, see all types of atrocities and human rights violations, and then end up on an island that would put me in detention again. And up as this disgusting invader, as this person who came to invade Europe, as this person who came to live off of the social security system of Europe. And that is when I decided enough is enough. I ran away from Kenya. I'm not going to run away from here again by just being a statistic. So what did I decide to do? I started a blog with one of the biggest newspapers in Malta, and it was the first time that a refugee had such a platform. And I wanted to use my writing to help my other comrades, the refugees who are suffering, who are going through racism and xenophobia every single day of their lives. And when the blog first came out in March 2014, immediately the racists, the xenophobic, the people who fear multiculturalism attacked it, and they were like, oh, now you're giving the refugee now a platform to write in one of the biggest newspapers. Well, we have so many graduates from the University of Malta who are not even given this opportunity, while somebody who came by a disgusting vote is getting this opportunity. But I was like, they're not pushing me down. I'm determined to go forward, and I'm going to do it. And since then, I've been so blessed because I love writing so much, and I love activism so much, to be able to travel the world, to be able to do so many things. I've spoken to the European Parliament in Brussels. I've spoken at the European Commission, at the United Nations in Geneva, and I was running it at the diplomat spaces with a fabulous dress. I am here, and you need to look at me. And now, so last 2 weeks ago, I was at a conference, a very high panel UN conference in Istanbul, and the Maltese Prime Minister was there. He wasn't expecting to see an African migrant speaking at such a prestigious, and I was wearing a fabulous dress, and he was in the audience. I was like, okay. And then after my speech, he called me and was like, I need to speak to you. And I was like, yes, you're the same Prime Minister who decided to push back migrants, to try to push back migrants in 2013. And you're the same Prime Minister who won an election using xenophobia and using populism. So please, what do you have to say to me? Nothing. That's my experience. Like everybody, now I have a book. Next month I'm going to meet the Queen in London as part of but I used to say I don't want to mention my successes because it will come off as me bragging. But I've come to understand that I have to say the successes in order to prove to people that you can be whatever you want to be. And nobody, I told them at the European Parliament, I told them, listen, when I was in Nairobi trying to come to Europe, I did have a way to come to Europe. And I used to walk past the Belgian embassy in the morning going to school knowing that I would never go there. But now I'm here, I'm in Brussels, please. And I'm in the European Parliament with the EU commissioners and whatnot. So thank you very much.
Follow up with one practical question, so we're going to have another 2 minutes. Very practical one. So you've been speaking about all challenges that you've been facing. So the practical one is, in particular for this audience, would be: so what is it that local trans communities and organizations can do to be more welcoming and supportive of trans and LGBT refugees in Europe?
You have to send a very clear and loud message outside. Very clear, because when I was in Copenhagen and I met Julia, the Danish government was organizing the event, advertising themselves as this liberal powerhouse in Europe which fights for human rights. A very populist government, and there are a lot of LGBT activists and organizations there. And even in Malta, I usually say Malta today has the best gender identity law, but unless the LGBT community and the LGBT organizations come out and say we don't want these rights unless everybody is included in the agenda, then the government is going to listen. But as long as you're willing to entertain their nonsense, it's not going to happen. And in Denmark, I told them, because in Denmark, I was invited to speak and I was like, I'm going to say whatever I want to say. And I said I will say whatever I want to say at the conference and the Danish government was organizing it and I didn't care. I was like, last year they decided to place advertisements on Middle Eastern papers urging refugees not to go to Denmark. So they were keeping their place on oh, don't come to Denmark because you'll never be united with your family. And at the conference I was like, listen, the next time you want to place advertisements, do it on American Go, because not all of us read Middle Eastern papers, not all of us refugees read Middle Eastern papers. So when you do it on American